Thank you again for making it here this time. If you are new here, my name is Joseph. I am a Microsoft certified trainer. I am very happy that we want to continue from where we stopped. I must appreciate you for the feedback that you have given to me so far from the previous videos. That has actually encouraged me to do more. In the very first video, I explained to you some features of PowerShell, and I brought up the issue of the get help. I have also treated the alias in PowerShell, and today we are going to be looking at pipelines in PowerShell. Of course, in the very first video, I explained to you what pipeline means and how you can type that on your screen. But today we want to look at the implementation or the use of that particular PowerShell command, that PowerShell symbol or that symbol in PowerShell. So looking at what we have, right, the pipeline symbol in PowerShell takes in the output of one command as input of another. So let's say you run a command, the output of it can be passed as an input for another command by using the pipeline symbol. So let's go to my VM so that we can do that together practically. You remember, call on PowerShell and then right click on it and then run as an administrator. So when it runs, I just want to show you how to on-screen keyboard, just to see how and where to locate the pipeline symbol. Is actually here in most keyboard with the backward slash here. So how you can access that is for you to press your shift and then you click on this. It's going to give you a vertical line. Let me just click here so you can see what it is typing. Shift and then this. It's just going to be a straight standing line, shift and then this, right? So that's it. So what it does is it takes in the output of one command and make it an input of another command. We are going to see all that. So but before we start, let's put our CLS. You're already used to that, so we can have our clean slate to work. Okay, now looking at this, let's do our get hyphen command that we're almost used to now. Okay, this is actually our friend. So let's click on this. Of course, you know that it's going to give me a lot of commands, right? All the commands that are in PowerShell. We are already used to this now. Looking at this, what we do next, right? Let's say I don't want to get these commands here, but I want to export it to a directory in my system just so I can share it with somebody, or I can do something, or for one reason or the other I just want to export this commands. So what I will do is I will bring this command, Control C. Then when I'm done with that, I will bring in my pipeline symbol. Let's say shift and then this, and then it's there. What I will now do is I will say export -csv, which is another command. Sorry, export -csv is what I wanted to write. -csv. Okay. Now the path. Okay, backward slash the file name .csv is going to give me that file. So let me copy the whole of this, Control C, and then let's go to here and paste it. Right now, I want us to get a path where we want to save the file. Right, so let's go to the desktop here. Let's just create a new folder and let's call it commands. Let's call it commands. Okay, all right. So for us to get the path to this directory, we double click on it and just click here. It will give you an address to that particular folder. Just click it and close it. Come to your PowerShell. What you do is replace this file, this path here, Control V, and then the file name, let's call it export command. Export command. Okay, let's just do it this way. Now you remember that, let's do our CLS. Okay, this goes. Then you remember that when we do our get hyphen command, it gave us a lot of commands, right? But this time we do not want to output anything on this PowerShell, but would want to export whatever command that get command is going to give us to a folder on our desktop. So it now means that, okay, come get hyphen command as an output, take whatever output that is here and use that as input for export -csv command. This is another commandlet on itself, right? So the pipe symbol tells PowerShell that the output from get command should be used as input for export -csv, and whatever file that is going to export should go and get saved on this directory, and let the name of the file be export commands. That's what it means. So let's run this just so we can see what we are going to have on that desktop, right? It's running and now it has run successfully, but you will not have anything here showing up for you. But the file is going to obey this last command. It's going to obey the last command and giving us this on the folder we just created. Of course, you can see that it is export commands, just the name we gave to it here, export command. So you can now open it and make use of it as it suits you, right? So the file is going to open. You can see everything that you have run as get command for you. The name, everything is going to be here. Now that is how to use the pipeline symbol. How is it even very relevant, or how do you even use it practically in real life, right? Of course, you know that if you do get hyphen command and then you want to pipe it to users, right? If you do, from the last video we actually did this, get hyphen command that has the word user, right? This is what we did, right? That this is going to give us all the users that we have in M365. I mean, all the commands that have user at the end of it, right? Now let's run this command again, and just so we can confirm, excuse me, get, oh sorry, I say command, get hyphen command that has the word users, and then we run it. Of course, we know what that means. We've done this in the last video. So let's clear this host, and then if we want to export this, we just come back and say export this command for me. Export, then hyphen -csv. If we want to put it in the same path, we bring it to this point, okay, Control C, and then we can paste it here, and then let's call the file users, user command .csv. Now we had, okay, before then let's even check this just to confirm that we have only one file here, right, in that directory. Now let's run this also just so we can see what's going to happen at this point. Now this has also run, so it means that we are going to have two files in this directory at this time. Look at it, user command, the second command that we just ran is coming here. Okay, now how is this even again more useful to us, right? Let's say, for example, we want to, you are working as a help desk or M365 administrator, and your management wants you to get out the output of every user in the organization, and most of the time they come back frequently asking you for this. It's just very simple for you to have a command somewhere that anytime you are asked to do that, you can just quickly use that to extract all the users in your tenant at one click, right? So how do we do that? Of course, you know that if you want to connect to M365, this is one step ahead, not actually, but I just want to use this to explain where this is actually used in practical life. Okay, connect hyphen mso service, right? This is going to connect me to my M365 space, right? Okay, now let me just sign in. Let me just sign into my admin. It's gone. Okay, so that's my tenant. Okay, now let me do sign in, and that should sign me into my tenant now. Okay, if I come here now, let me do CLS again, just so our slate is again clean, if you remember what we have been doing. Now if I do get hyphen msol user, right, it's going to give me all the users that I have in my tenants. Of course, that's what's going to happen. I have all of these users, but let's say there's a request from the management that I should get the name of all the users in my tenants sent to them as a CSV file. Of course, I can't start copying these ones to send to them by copying this. It's going to be scattered, right? So what I would do is I would take this same command, right, paste it, and then I will say, okay, I want to export this as CSV. I'll do export hyphen CSV, right? Okay, let's say I also want to put it in this same directory. I'll copy this directory from here to here and here, right? Control C, and there I will do Control V. And what I will do next is for me to do list of users dot CSV. Now what happens at this point is, let me explain to you. This is going to get mso users, going to get all the users in this tenant, and then export them as a CSV file for me, so that I can, send this via email or chat or something to the management asking for this. All right, now let's just quickly look at something. Let me clear this host, just so you know the output of this particular line of command is not going to give me anything, but it's going to just replicate a file here for me to have the list of the users that I have in my tenant. Now let's just do it. Let's click on this. So it has just run successfully without error. So if I check this folder now, I'm going to have list of users. So if I open it, I can see the list of all the users in my tenants, right? So you can now use this as an option, you can now send this to whoever is asking for it. The full details are here for you to, have. You have the display name, you have the first name, and so on, right? So you can decide to now pick what interests you here. Towards the last column should be your UPN, right? Look at it. I think here. Yeah, this is the user principal name, which is the email address of those users. If this is what you're interested in, you could just take it. So this is how important the pipeline the pipeline symbol is in PowerShell. It can help you to export, but this is not the only thing it can do. I'm just trying to use this as an example for you. Get mso user is giving me the list of the user, but if you get this list of the users, do not just output them. Do not output them here in PowerShell, but pass them across to this command, export -csv, and get this out for me as an output saved in this particular directory, just so I can use whatever I want to use. So instead of signing into admin portal, signing into this, is just to come here anytime, run this command. You can change the directory, change the name, and then boom, you just get what they are looking for. So this is all we can look at today, but I hope that I was able to explain this to you. Again, if you have any bit of confusion or you need any clarification regarding this, kindly reach out to me. On the video, you can drop your comments that you need me to come on the screen. You can drop your email, you can drop something, you can just give me an alert on what you want to learn. On LinkedIn, I am available. You could chat me up and I'm ready to respond to you. We can even go on a screen share just to do these things together, just to make sure that we can learn together. And if you have a project you want to execute as well, and you want me to you want me to be involved, of course you can reach out to me. I'm available to working with you. I like collaboration a lot. So thank you so much. I need you to please keep the comments coming, keep the likes coming, keep the subscribers getting to increase by sharing the video with your friends. Thank you so much. On this journey we shall win together. So see you in the next video and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.